Well, as the UAE continues to be a very popular attraction for expat workers, especially in the blue-collar sector, due to the country's ambitious infrastructure and economic goals, with sectors such as construction, manufacturing, hospitality and services are particularly popular for people seeking a higher standard of living and better job opportunities. And whilst many of these roles have predominantly been taken up by men, women are increasingly seeking out roles in this sector. And at the forefront of helping women into these roles is the Innovations Group. Innovations Group is the UAE's leading HR consultancy firm, having been active for 25 years across the UAE. And joining us from Innovations Group is the CEO, who himself has had over 17 years' experience in finance and with world-class companies, the CEO, Ravi Jethwani. Ravi, thank you very much for coming in once again.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Why do you think we are seeing an increasing interest from women to undertake jobs in blue-collar sectors?
So in recent years, there's been considerable shift in workforce gender landscape. Just to give you some stats, women participation in blue-collar industry has considerably increased by 35 to 40% post-pandemic.
But isn't it a hard job?
It is. I mean, there are certain sectors where, women are dominant. So I'll give you some examples. Manufacturing, factory workers, e-commerce and logistics is coming up. Warehouse associates, light duty drivers. Can you believe we get a mandate for light duty drivers for women only?
Oh, wow.
But at an overall level, still women workers in blue collar industry is at 14-15%.
What do you think is the biggest challenge? Is it the work, or is it perhaps challenging for a woman to go into such a male-dominated culture to try and be successful?
In my view, there are a couple of factors. Domestic responsibilities, cause, concern for physical safety, lack of flexible hours.
Correct.
The biggest one, I believe, is the disparity in skill and digital adoptions. Yeah. So these are the key factors which actually, women actually take a back seat when compared to men.
So aside from men and women, what are some of the common challenges that all blue-collar workers encounter, and how do you at Innovations kind of really try and assist them?
So we actually started getting into this like a year back. We got a mandate from our multinational e-commerce client to hire warehouse associates, only women.
Nice.
So that was the first drive which we did. And when we started doing the drives, we started realizing the problems they face, and how to take care of those problems. We at Innovations were given a mandate of 100 women.
Nice.
However, we overachieved. So we over-delivered on the mandate.
Okay.
Now, once we start delivering on the mandates, it creates awareness. Client gets confidence that it is happening.
Correct.
And one big advantage we saw that, their presence had diversity and fresh talent, equipping businesses with varied experiences, which is crucial in today's changing workforce.
But how receptive are women in terms of, doing blue-collar work?
So these days, the times have changed drastically. In olden days, women were traditionally hired through community-oriented networks.
Right.
But now there are digital platforms, job boards. A lot of training and awareness has been created by NGOs back at home. So they are very receptive. And once they are into that community and they see that, the women who have been hired are doing really well, then, they become more receptive.
Super.
We were just having a conversation off air, Ravi, that I got in an Uber the other day, and I was pleasantly surprised that there was a female driver. In my 4 or 5 years of catching cabs and Ubers, I'd never once had a female. And you're saying that's an example of women getting into some of these blue-collar jobs.
Yeah, that's right. We are getting the mandates to hire light-duty drivers, only women. So, things are changing.
And whilst, the mandates are there, what's the reaction from in the workplace?
So, they are receptive because, everybody realizes the importance of women in the workplace. And sometimes it helps, the double income always helps.
Right.
So, they have realized that post-pandemic, it's really required for a woman to be independent.
Right. But as you mentioned, the challenges of, flexible timings or probably even harder labor, how are those being addressed?
So the employer, so basically we are a manpower outsourcing company. So we get the mandates from our clients, and the clients have their own policies. So they are being considerate towards women.
Yeah.
So they offer 5 hours, flexible work. They also give additional leaves, additional benefits. I believe, in my view, as a community, we have to break the shackles. And the first and the foremost thing I believe is we should break the stereotyping in advertising.
Okay.
Advertising is a
Advertising, right.
powerful mean.
Right.
It can reinforce identities or help them evolve. So if the requirement is of a, say, light duty driver, so the advertisement should be like, along with the men, we should have a woman as well in advertising, so that they realizes that even the women can apply, and the women are welcomed
Capable as well to
and
do
welcomed
that.
as well. That is more important.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I think that's a great view because for a long time growing up, you only ever saw male cricketers advertising cricket bats.
Okay.
And for young girls, they didn't have the role models that we see today to make them want to take up the sport. So advertising is key. Do you think that, Ravi, that is the main way as a community we can help change the mindset and promote more equal opportunities?
So that's
the key?
That's the key. That's the top most priority, I would say. There are other elements as well, equal pay policies, better treatment at work, better work-life balance, training and awareness. This is also a key element. So I would put second as training and awareness.
I mean, I've got to say, who wants to work with just men? Right? You want to be able to have a mixed environment and be a broad environment. Ravi, if people do want to get more details, I guess the best place to go is the website, innovationuae.com.
Yeah, that's a website. We also have a job app which we have spoken about. So
Innovations Group app.
Yeah, group app. So these are the two best mediums. We are present in all social medias as well.
So given there are those mandates, now is the time, if you're female, to find at work, and there are tremendous opportunities for them.
Tremendous. Especially, I would say, manufacturing. Landscaping is coming up. We see a lot of landscaper requirements for women. Security guards is a big thing which is coming up. E-commerce and logistics I spoke about. Hospitality, especially the service crew.
Right.
So it's booming.
So the website's innovationsuae.com, or the Innovations Group app is the place where you can go. The CEO, Ravi Jethwani, has been joining us here this morning. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.